yet, and we'll explain that with options in a moment, but still quite weak here on the NASDAQ. We go into the 2 hour and you will see that there was a lot of kind of volatility. I'm using the Sp500 to really, I guess, give us further clarity to the NASDAQ, and it'll make sense in a few seconds. So here are the 3 supply levels that we talked about. We hit number 1. Obviously, we made a high, a low, a high, high, and a lower low. We've now rallied back up, and we've found some shorters around this area. That makes sense. It was a pretty good level of supply. We saw a lot of orders come into the market, and it realistically reached perfectly into that 38.40 to 38.60 range and shorted off. Now, what's in store moving forward? Well, if we have a look down in the market conditions, what you'll notice is that we saw a drop, which swept some lows, followed by an epic rally that almost pulled ourselves all the way back. I'm sure a lot of people bought this dip, and there's probably a lot of buyers that have been trapped into positions here. I'm starting to favor, this is my personal opinion, potentially the short moving into this inflation number, just from the temporary charts that we're seeing here. Of course, things can change. You have to be adaptive, but this is the type of thing that would happen to trap a lot of people into longs. I'm not saying that it's guaranteed, nothing is, but it's a very interesting area, and it's worked out exactly how we expected it. We expected this, we expected rallies, we expected this zone. So far, so good. Now, does it move into the further shorts? Well, we'll find out. Inflation number ultimately can completely, like this, destroy everything, like a snap, yeah? It can destroy all of these ideas and trades, and we'll have to adapt to that if necessary. But we're at the right area for the shorters to remain concerned. We'll look at crypto in a second just to prove a point that the markets are starting to get a little bit sick again. So let's now have a look at what's in store moving forward. So here on the Friday, we have 1.1 million options open. We still have a lot of 364 puts. Who knows why it's that one? And we have a lot of 350 puts. So the max pain, not that we're going to use that, is around 378. Current stock price seems to be around this zone here. Overall, it still could easily drop back into this zone. So it's not unexpected to push us down into the 360s this week. If we move forward, the big options expiration is the following week, which sits us in a huge amount, 4.78 million options open. And you can see here all of the huge amounts of puts sitting down the bottom. It's not really beneficial that the market pays those out. So we must remember that even if you're feeling bearish, there's still so many puts down there. A few people have said, well, Tom, it's such a crowded trade, it's too expensive anyway. The amount of premium options put sellers are making is extreme. Yeah, absolutely. But that doesn't change the fact that the market should be held by one of those levels, you would think, over the next coming weeks. Let's have a look at this FTT coin kind of disaster. Look at this. Ugh, it reminds me of Luna. I hope no one's caught in this one. Yep, it's another crypto disaster, and it's bounced a little bit on that potential acquisition, but it looks pretty damn shocking. I mean, this is not the type of thing that you want to see going on if you're feeling bullish on crypto. It ruins and degrades kind of the way that people perceive crypto, and it doesn't exactly bring new buyers in. And that's what we're facing here. If you notice, crypto made a new low. So it actually played pretty similar to what we thought. Yes, okay, we were looking towards that 22,000 kind of level, but we also said that if we made a new low, there'd be a good chance of a rip followed by a massive dump. And that's what happened here. We end up getting a new low, a rip, and a massive dump. And that was huge. Now, is this bad? Frankly, yes, I think it's really bad. If you look at this and you think about what's happened here, there's no doubt a lot of buyers that are trapped here without stop losses. People would have had limit orders bought through this. We're now at new lows. And while this could all be part of a max pain recovery story, it's possible, it's not really probable. And that's because there's so many evolving pieces to this. What other darknesses lay within the crypto world right now? We don't know, but I'm sure there's more than just one. Where there's one, there's usually many. So we'll have to be aware of that. We've come back to test this kind of previous support zone, and we're now finding it as potential resistance. And if crypto starts to fail, I still think that these are all interconnected markets. It shows us that there could be money being needed to pull out of the US 500. There could be money that's pulling out of risk in general. And some people, no doubt, unfortunately got leveraged over the last 24 hours and would have been called in on that. So what's in store next? Well, if we keep falling, the problem is there's not much catching crypto all the way down until some of the levels we've discussed before. that real 11,500 to 9.5. There could be severe drops moving forward for crypto. We are in crypto winter. It's the right time. We expect hopefully the low to cause before February of 2023 if it's going to follow similar cycles. But that's not what you really want. And yeah, if it makes a new low, again, it could be very, very serious. So I think crypto is one to watch over the next 24 to 48 hours, even the next couple of weeks. And we'll have to see how this story plays out. Big volume, lots of liquidity, huge amounts of disasters in several coins, but it wasn't necessarily new lows for all coins. Ethereum held better and some others did okay as well. Ultimately, everything's going to move on the inflation number though. This has been the biggest news event that we've seen pretty much for the last couple of months. And it's expected that inflation is going to remain fairly sticky. 8%, 0.5% increase. Interesting. Okay, we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, that's the big one. And then we move into Friday. And of course, we have some bank holidays, prelim UOM sentiment, those types of things coming through. So do remember, guys, inflation's the big one. That's on Thursday. Wednesday should be relatively slow in comparison. Markets moving towards extremes ahead of this news. And then we're going to find out what the zone is that will end up forcing these markets through. If you haven't already, come and follow us over at FX Evolution, of course, on Twitter and check it out. And if you're interested in any of our courses or anything of the things that we do, you can jump over to fxevolution.com. I'd also like to just take a quick second here to thank everybody on the channel. And of course, thank you guys for following and subscribing. We are doing a bit of a giveaway, one of every one of our courses. We've got, I think it's thousands and thousands of dollars of giveaway prizes there. So if you're interested in joining up, you can check the link in the description down below. And I've made sure to pin that as well. So you can jump in. All you have to do, it's completely free. You can just sign up and basically go into the chance to win that. And we'll be drawing it, I believe, next week. So we'll draw it on the channel. And if you're one of the lucky winners, I look forward to meeting you or having you in the community very soon. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.